Hi there. Welcome back to This is the Life. It's Maddie. And there are 193 days. Oh, you can't see that. This is Bar Max. And it's a countdown to the bar. 193 days till I start the bar. So, update. January update. Because this takes a while to do and I haven't been doing them very often. January update. I am 2 weeks into this last trimester of law school for myself. And I have two classes, criminal procedure, which I love the professor. She's really interactive. So, this live online law school, she finds new and fun ways to interact with you live. So she does pop quizzes and, I don't know, all kinds of stuff where, anyway, she's really fun, but she does insist that you do the work. And she's like an evil criminal procedure Santa Claus. She knows when you've been sleeping and she does not like it. And she will ride you hard if she thinks you're not doing the work. So you got to keep up with her and then all is well and pleasant. But it's a lot of work. So, but I like the subject. I like criminal procedure. I'm very interested in criminal law. Based on, I'm kind of thinking that maybe I want to go into criminal defense work with a niche in autism. Not sure. Kind of waiting for the path to open for me, but that is what my law review article is on, and it's definitely an interest of mine. So anyway, the other class I have is bar review prep, or I think that's what it's called. Bar prep or bar review prep. Anyway, it is an intense class. They have decided to redesign it, and their reasoning is, as a school, they're pretty new, and they haven't had that many of their students take the bar, and consequently, they haven't had that many of their students pass the bar. So a lot of people take this and get the Juris Doctorate to raise their pay scale, or just to get the degree, to help in whatever field they're in, but they weren't wanting to be a licensed attorney. Well, now the school's been around long enough and becoming legitimate enough that more and more people are graduating and wanting to get the license. So I think only like 5 or 6 people have taken the bar and only 1 or 2 have passed. And the school figured out, everybody had to take the baby bar. If you look back on my vlogs, you'll see the experience that I took the baby bar. That was ugly. Anyway, so taking the baby bar, they did everybody has to go through a baby bar review prep course, and they have redesigned it. And the last time they redesigned it, all of a sudden they got like a 90% pass rate or something incredible like that. At first we had like a 50% pass rate, and that was unheard of for a school. But however they redesigned it, now they have this 90 or 85 or 90% pass rate. And they decided to put that into this bar review. So 3 subjects on the baby bar to 13 or 14 subjects for the bar, whatever it is. And it's really intense. So for somebody who is not legally blind, it's really, really a lot of work. For somebody who's legally blind, it is really, really a lot of work. And I will explain why, because I read really slow. I don't write slow, thank goodness. I type really fast. But when you take a visual field that is this big, I'm trying to get it in camera here, and you can read the whole line, right? Your brain can perceive everything that's going on. Even if it's not looking directly at it, it puts the whole word together just from the peripheral vision and what you're focusing on. When you limit that visual field, and now you're reading through a telescope, well, your brain can only put together what it can see through that telescope. And sometimes it's, a chunk of the word at a time. This word has to remember what came before it in order to remember the sentence and keep it together. It's just a slower process for the brain, and it's more work for the brain. So it's more fatiguing, it's visually more straining, and it takes longer. It really does just take longer. So an hour-long exam for everybody else takes me about 1 hour and 45 minutes because it just takes me so long to read and go back over what I read and write. The more I can turn it into audio, that is learning to compensate for me, the faster I can go. But not everything can be done in audio, right? So this course and making an outline, and my outlines are about 30 pages long right now because I haven't dealt with some of these subjects for 2 or 3 years. So anyway, the more I'm doing, the longer it takes. I am becoming one with my desk chair. Ugh. And I am either sitting here working, I am either driving my kids to dance classes or whatever, and my son now just wanted to join drumline, so that's going to be more to navigate in mom taxi land, or I'm working because I am still working, right? So it's just a lot, and it's very fatiguing. I am averaging about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night. It's a lot. I'm just saying it's a lot. I'm a teeny tiny bit concerned for my physical health because nobody's meant to sit in a chair and do this all the time. I am trying to make sure I'm eating a heavy dose of vegetables and some fruits to balance out sitting in the chair. But, once you become sleep deprived, you don't sleep very well when you do sleep. It's kind of like a snowball. So what I heard was I started to hear myself saying, oh my gosh, this is so hard, this is so hard, this is so hard. And I wanted to turn that around. There's not a lot I can do. I keep thinking if I can get ahead of the work just a little bit, then I could go for a hike or I could go do something positive for myself, right? But then, not only am I kind of fatigued, but in all honesty, I'm not ever getting ahead of the work right now. I am just kind of barely keeping up with it, just enough to keep white knuckling what I'm doing. So, the first thing I can change and the healthiest thing I can change is my attitude. So yes, it's hard. Yes, Maddie, it's hard. But what an opportunity I have. What a great opportunity. Without all this technology as a blind person, I would never have been able to do this. So one, I'm super uber grateful for all of this technology and that I can do it, even if it's slow. Two, I am a 47-year-old single mom with 2 kids, some with special needs, and I get to do this. This is freaking amazing. Wow. So yes, some women in their midlife crisis decide to go climb Kilimanjaro or Everest, or they decide to go run the Boston Marathon or something. I didn't decide that. I decided that this would be my marathon. This would be my mountain to climb. And yes, maybe after I pass the bar and I get into a law career, I will do something like that. And there will be some physical healing that's going to need to happen because this is still 7 months away, 6 months away, 193 days away. And yes, this is a Wonder Woman case. Wonder Woman. This is going to take a physical toll. The stress, the adrenal fatigue, all of it's going to take its toll. And just like when you run a marathon, there's some physical healing that has to happen. And yeah, one may be more healthy in one way than another, but this is healthy for me. I know that this is what I'm called to do. And what I've decided to do, the healthiest thing I can do is to just find gratitude in it every day. Find gratitude in the fatigue and the pain and push through, knowing that this is going to get me through the marathon. So my bar exam will not be 3 days like everybody else. It's going to be a 6-day event. And that's a long time to be in hyper intense stress mode. So I am training for that. So anyway, I'm still learning how to do that better every day. I keep thinking, okay, I gotta do this better. I gotta do this better. I've got to support myself. I've got to work this. And I have a great community and family around me that are, many of them, not all of them, but many of them are offering support in one way or another, even if it's just in prayer. And I appreciate that. I had a friend bring me dinner yesterday, and we're eating that today, and that's just so awesome, that I didn't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about dinner tonight. It's just fantastic. You have no idea how great it is. I don't have to worry about feeding my kids tonight. It's there. We just serve it up. Anyway, so just little things like that are fantastic. And it's going to get more intense because I'm gonna push it harder and harder. So with that, I just wanted to update, be honest about where I'm at. I think it's going to get a little uglier. I'm not sure, but maybe maybe I'll find a grace in it or a rhythm. I'm not sure. I'm hoping I will. I'm hoping that I'll have times where I can get ahead of it a little bit and sort of go for a hike. And it will be great once I graduate, and then the bar is all I have to focus on, because I'm going to go down to just working 1 day a week for May and June, and then not working at all in July, and just I'm stocking up and saving up for that so that I can do that with as much grace as possible. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm going. This is the life. I thank everybody for all the support. And if, I just want this documented, and all its ugly. So, I'll catch you on the flip side.